So definitely welcome everyone to the Microsoft AI Skills Fest 1 hour webinar focusing on what we can do with AI and AI in action by using certain components of AI as tools like Copilot. My name is Nora Daniels. You can call me Nora, and I'll be your instructor, facilitator, trainer for this 1 hour session. Now, first and foremost, before I get too far into the session, I want to make sure you guys can hear me okay. So in the chat, or you can give me a raise hand. I think that's on the react button you have. Just let me know that you can hear me loud and clear by giving me some type of indicator. Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer James. Looking like it's coming through. So let's jump into the session. We looking at why is Microsoft doing this? I hope y'all have been seeing the news that Microsoft has hit that 50-year mark. They're promoting that, but they're promoting a really focus on artificial intelligence utilization. So the next 50 days, they're going to be doing all type of AI webinars. This is for business users, how to use pretty much Copilot effectively to increase your business efficiency and your skill set. But there's other ones out there. So if you're interested in more of the dev side, take a look at what's going on with the Skill Fest side and join those sessions. And in fact, just to give you that information, here's a link to the Skills Fest information. Go there and register. There's a register button at the top left-hand side. Put in your contact information. And what Microsoft is doing is they're going to give you a badge to confirm you have completed the webinar, but they're trying to beat a Guinness record of how many people have attended a online training session. So you can get that recognition. They'll send you a notification that you are now a part of the Guinness record of how many people attended the AI Fest globally in the market. And they started this yesterday because, overseas, some places are a day ahead. So click on that link and register and get that recognition, guys. Or help Microsoft get that recognition of AI as a part of the Skills Fest. But again, my name is Nora Daniels. I've been in IT easily of a quarter of a century. Been using artificial intelligence with Azure since it came out. But I remember when Windows came to market. I'm not that old, but I'm not that young, guys. I remember installing Microsoft DOS with the 2025 disk, the floppy disk. Yes, floppy. I said I'm not scared. And making sure we installed it properly. Now you got Server 2025 out there. You have not just physical servers, you have virtualized environments running as files. You have that capability to take it to the public cloud and host it in Azure, it being your infrastructure and your components and services. And one of those major components and services is jumpstarting your AI learning by jumpstarting or kickstarting your artificial intelligence companion use, which is Copilot. So I already put out the AI Skills Fest. If you're not here, you didn't get that link, there it is. If you have a phone, you can scan the QR code, but I'll post it again by the end of the session. Ask questions if you have anything that's focusing on using AI for business users. If you have more advanced questions, then you can post them, but that's in other tracks that maybe you might have an interest in. You can take that over, come to our training sessions that we do teach that aspect of Azure and the AI intelligence integration, artificial intelligence integration. There will be a mini interactive exercise we're going to do together using Copilot. So if you don't have Copilot open, go ahead and get open. You can go into an Edge browser and click that little Copilot icon. And it will launch it for free. You don't have to buy it or anything like that. But we're going to just play with it a little bit. So this is what the breakout is, what we're going to cover in the 1 hour webinar. Got the welcome going on. We're going to try to unlock your AI use mindset and meet your work buddy, which is Copilot, to solve real life problems. Real life depends on you. That could be a personal problem you want AI to help you out with Copilot, or a business problem you want Copilot to help you out with. But we're going to give you a chance to practice the use of Copilot if you never have, and show you how with Copilot, it's a tool. We can use the tool wisely or unwisely. Copilot is not always correct. So we have this term in AI, trust but verify. You give Copilot what you want and how you want it exactly, Copilot might get you there and get you the results that you're expecting. But you give it generic information, it's going to give you generic results. So the prompts that you put in, either verbally, audibly, or in text by inputting in the request field do matter. So we're going to start you small. And that's how you can get your toe wet with the use of Copilot. But hopefully you'll jump in with both feet by the time you're done with it and you're using it extensively as a part of your business model and business tools. So again, welcome. And let's unlock your AI mindset, but just for fun. I'm from Texas, Austin, Texas. Actually, that's the capital of Texas. So central time zone. Where are you guys coming from? Where are you hailing from? Because I've had students so far from everywhere in the world. So Alabama's in the house, Boise, Minnesota, and add an adjective that represents how you feel about AI right now. Are you feeling ambitious? Like, I'm going to take this and rule this. I'm going to use it effectively. Are you feeling leery, saying, okay, I got to feel this out a little bit. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with it and figure out if it's going to work for me? Or you feeling focused and you ready to learn about it? At least get your initial introduction to it. I see somebody says intimidate. Don't let it intimidate you. Software is software. It's a tool. And it's like, if I need to nail a hammer in the wall, am I going to use my hand? Am I use a rock? Or am I going to use a hammer? Using my hand, I'm going to hurt myself. It's going to take me forever if I can't even get into the wall. Using a rock might break the rock and it might not effectively get the nail in, but it'll get it in there somehow. Using a hammer is made for that, so it's the tool for the use. So it makes me more efficient. That's what Copilot is. It's a tool. We can use it wisely or unwisely. But I see some of you guys are from Louisiana. Houston's in the house. Kingston, Ontario, Canada, nice. Georgia's in the house. South Carolina. Let me say that right, because I'm prior service military, so I was stationed over there. And we always use those euphemisms about the state. Kansas in the house. New York's in the house. Hopeful, Lisa, there you go. Curious. That's what we want to hear. Ready. That's what I'm talking about, Ashley. And look at Ashley, like New York City's in the house, the other Ashley. So you're hitting a lot of the natural feelings, guys. New technology is something you're not exposed to or you barely exposed to. We're going to have different emotions. I know all of us have seen those movies that AI is going crazy. It is software. If the developer of the software wants to go crazy because they're crazy, it's going to go crazy. So we got to look at trying something different. We want to be excited. We want to be curious. We want to be a little skeptical. Trust but verify. So be that little cautious. But the journey is going to be different for everyone. We just want you to take the journey. Start small, and let's see how far you can take this, because you can take it pretty far. So getting energized, being cautious, be a little wary. That's okay. I would expect that of you. But being motivated and being ready, that's even better. So let's throw a question out there to you. Picture this. You magically gained 2 extra hours every week. You can do anything with those 2 extra hours. Think about that a little bit. What would you do? Would you read a book? Walk in the park? Spend some time with your family? Take a breath? Because work can be crazy? Put something in chat. What would you do with that 2 extra hours every week? What would be something you would want to do with that? That's what I'm talking about, Michael. Do something that you enjoy, like golfing. Is 2 hours enough though, Michael? I've golfed a little bit. 2 hours barely get you going. Maybe you need about all day. There you go, reading. Enjoy a good book. Learn something new. Increase your skill sets. Play with your kids. Play with your pets. There you go. What if AI gave you those 2 hours? Because it took something that is repetitive, time consuming, and provide efficiency. Took something that took you 2 hours to do down to minutes. Picture how that can not just enhance what you can do in life, but what you can do in work. That can make you more productive. Maybe it's something else that's a challenge you want to do. Maybe it's something else innovative you want to do. And now you got the time to work on it. There you go, Ashley. Let's build it up more. Let me get 10 extra hours a week. 2 is just the bare bone minimum. So spending more time with family, maybe work on passion projects like reading and golf, going for a walk, spending time with your family. Somebody said in my last session, going to Disney World, just planning for that, or just taking a breath between meetings. The good news is AI can possibly get you there. It maybe even more time. So the simple goal for the session today is an AI Kickstarter. We don't expect you to have any experience with AI. We don't even expect you to be in tech, but we expect you to have either a personal, professional aspect of your job role or something you're trying to do that maybe AI can expedite the process and make it more efficient. So one small way I can turn these feelings into a real opportunity for my role and impact. How can AI help me with that? I said it simply. A way AI can create an opportunity for you and your work. If I get something that will take me 2 hours done in 2 minutes, do not think my boss will not know about that, my manager, my team, my company, because that means I got another hour and 58 minutes to do something newer, improve other process, work on other things, or take a break, take a breather. Trying to automate repetitive tasks, trying to summarize information that I had to take hours to read faster, trying to write more effective intellectual property documentation. And with our AI, I'm gonna bring the real world when I'm discussing this, guys. We have meetings with a bunch of variety of people with different backgrounds and different skill sets. I'm a tech, so if I'm talking to tech guys, I know I can talk to a certain level and they'll understand me, or they better understand me. Let's say that. But I'll break it down if they need it. But I have to flip the script when I'm talking to somebody that's non-tech. AI checks me on it. Say, hey Nora, you're sending that to Ashley. Ashley is marketing. These acronyms Ashley may know because she's been working in the business as long, but Ashley might not know. So why don't you change this? In fact, I have some other templates, base configuration of how to talk to Ashley. Want me to use them? Let me tell you how to do this. Now I can summarize it. Ashley likes details, but the details has to be clear and concise. Send that to Ashley, and Ashley's happy. Or if I'm sending it to like my manager says, Nora, tell me what you want, I'll get you what you need. But don't tell me how to get it. I'll get it. I've been doing it for years for you, Nora. You don't have to break it down for me. I'm like, terse exact. I like that. I'm giving it to you exactly not like you need. So we have these insights about people we work with day to day, but we might not have that insights for everybody we have not worked with or our clientele. AI can build it up from the repository information we have about these people. Employees in the company or clients that we're selling products and services to, and they're filling out some type of metric that says how they enjoyed our services. So let's explore that a little bit more. This is the business case of use of AI. So we want you to meet your AI work buddy, but we want you to know the basics of artificial intelligence and how it can help you. So let's set the stage for your AI journey. Let's talk about something even more exciting, how you can use it to improve business processes for yourself, your day-to-day work. Now, artificial intelligence is based off of machine learning, and machine learning as a technology has been out there for many, many years, guys. You're talking about the 70s to 80s. It's powered by both large language models of a massive amount of data that the artificial intelligence can build upon. And I say initially large language models, it has small language models. Maybe you need a subset of data from your corporate repository. It's not billions or trillions of data points, it's hundreds of millions of data points. But being able to have this massive amount of data that AI can use to say, what do you want? How do you want it? Maybe I can get that for you and provide the results in a language that we understand without coding. Now you use code, but I'm just saying you don't have to. You can talk into Copilot, say, hey, Copilot, get me this. And Copilot's like, gotcha. Or you can type it into the input field of the Copilot UI. Copilot, can you get me this? Copilot's like, let me try. Or no, I cannot because that's copyrighted protected information. You need to stop. But it has that built-in protection. So how do you input it? It's your choice. You can use Copilot right now for free, but as a business, you can invest in Copilot as a solution, have more tie into your business procedures and processes and data. That includes from 365 to online services like Azure. But with the generative part of it, it can generate text. Maybe, Lisa, you say, hey, Copilot, can you take a look at my bullet points here and generate a letterhead or a marketing identification or some type of template that I can use for the future, like an email data exchange or chain. Or it could be that James said, Copilot, can you take a look at these bullet points I wrote in my notes here Here's a picture of it, and generate me a good base template for a resume. And summarize what you think I said is the best things about me that I'd be grateful for a company to hire. But it also can generate images and more. So maybe I do this in my AI class. I say, generate an image, Copilot, of a character like Deadpool riding a Norwal. And Copilot's like, okay. And it does it. A little anime Deadpool, cartoonish Deadpool riding a Norwal. Try it. It's hilarious. And it's basing that off of, it knows the Deadpool character, it knows what a Norwal is. You say riding, so it puts them right on the Norwal based on your input. And Microsoft Copilot is one of the AI powered agents out there for productivity available to you right now. It integrates with your existing workflows because it integrates with your 365 and higher solutions. As I mentioned, it's already built into Edge, so you can try it for free. And then if your company's willing to invest, pay Microsoft for more features and functionality to use the product as a tool. It's your intelligent assistant. The intelligence is two-way. You got to learn how to use Copilot, but Copilot at least learn how to interact with you. So here are some examples of generative AI today. Quickly drafting a professional email. With my company, insights about who's receiving that email. Can I be gregarious and add less additional fluff? Because that person likes that little personal edification of the email? Or is that person very terse? Give me exactly bullet by bullet, point by point, what you want from me. Don't walk around that tree. Give me a path to take by the details. Or create a new image for maybe a company logo or a product release or a service release. Microsoft reached 50 years. If you go out on a search engine right now and say 50 years Microsoft, you'll see so many images that they created. And a couple of those images has something that people might not even know what it is. A floppy drive. Now, how many guys have heard of floppy drives? In my last class, at least 3 people knew about it. But how many guys know about floppy drives? Tell me that in chat or raise your hand. Thank you, Jennifer. I got one. Thank you. And some of you guys might remember the original floppy drives and the change. The small 5.5 and the original 8. I see the image, I'm laughing. I'm like, we haven't used floppies in years. But I've had students in my tech class like, what's a floppy drive, Miss Daniels? And I show them a picture and they say the save button. I'm like, yes. But back in the day, that used to be hard-coded medium that we would upload content to and utilize. Windows would be installed from like 20 to 25 of those back in the day. And when they first installed it, you have to put them in right or it would stop the installation. Then it got fancy and you put in the wrong disk. Hey, I wanted disk 10 or 11 or 10 or 20. Plop that out and put the right one in. They laugh at me. I'm like, yeah, that was technology. We didn't download it from the internet. We didn't download it from a repository like that, but now you can. And AI could help you with that as well. So accelerate the localization of marketing campaigns with Copilot. Being able to go out into the market and see what technology is of interest to you guys. We are already building that case by the partnership that your companies have with us if you take our training, but we're seeing what the world is recommending, what the governing agencies are recommending, what the governing bodies of technology are recommending. And don't think if you don't go to our site, we're promoting those classes and those capabilities and those services and marketing for that. But we do that internally. We fill out a survey that marketing reads of what you guys are asking for. And they are using that to build business case and talk to our client, but also get out to the site and promote that. We do this for you. Come to us to get it as a service or a class. But even creating a customer service agent. Guys, when I go into the payroll app, it knows what I did last time. It's building the case. It said, hey, no, welcome back. I'm like, thank you. You want to get here? You want to do this? I'm like, yeah, because that's practically what I do all the time. And it's already ready to get me to where I need quickly and effectively so I can get out and get back to doing something else. So you can have those type of tie into these agents that you can generate or create or apply by acquisitioning them from third party or Microsoft to enhance your features and functionality of your products and services. Now, Ashley, you can lower your hand as well because I think you answered the question about the floppy. Thank you. So why AI now? You have to get ahead of the game or you'll be left behind, guys. Work is moving faster. We know that. We're doing more with less. We know that. And there's a lot of information out there. It could be information workload. We've been bombarded with so much emails, documents, reports, videos, non-stop communication through meetings, online messaging, notifications. You probably look at your phone right now, you probably got 10 or 20 notifications about something. But our teams can be stressed thin. So we got to do more efficient, effective, productive support of the business. Leaders are looking at doing more with less, but we do have to do it with accuracy and quickness. And these artificial intelligence co-pilots and companions can help us with that. Look at the specs. This is from a world trend down in 2023. That's 2 years ago. Picture what that number is today. Knowledge workers said Copilot helped them to jumpstart creative processes. I didn't have to sit there and take hours to write a email out. It helped me design an email in minutes. Looking at reported a reduction in administrative tasks. It automated what we do. So we have more time to work on other advanced features and functionality if necessary because we know that's getting processed, and we can get alerted when it gets processed as a aspect of the technology. But data and IT professionals spending less time searching for information. Ashley, well, we got a lot of Ashleys. Ashley P, you asked me for something. In the past, I would have to go searching for it and then present it to you. It's like going into storage and trying to find a hard copy file of something that you're looking for. I would have to go get it. And if it's not properly stored, it's going to take me time to find that information. Now we have AI and machine learning that can go into a whole repository of information, content that can be text, voice, video, and find that information at scale quickly. And I can spend less time searching for it and spend more time aggregating more data that can be used as a part of your business requirements and needs, your analytics. So why you? Why enter this session? We got to look at AI is going to keep going with functionality, and we got to spend the time to catch up with it or use it effectively for what we require. The AI tools are available today. How many people are using them? Well, we are, and a lot of businesses are, but are you? And these tools are ever changing. I mean, when the original Copilot mainly did text, then it brought out images. Now it can do videos and audio recordings, guys. You got to pay for that, but it can do it. But it also ties into copyright and other protections. Say, hey, that video or that audio or that image is already protected. You cannot use it. It's going to halt you on that, or try to at least. It's going to reshape how we work. So having these AI agents, also known as virtual assistants, these are smart software tools. But how smart they are depends on how they're designed and how we implement them, and how they learn, again, how we want to implement them to assist us in our business needs or personal needs. Copilot is an agent. Microsoft is going to give you the agent for free initially, and then when you see, wow, I can do so much with this, then your business is going to look at investing in it so you can have more functionality without coding. Not saying you don't have coding capabilities with agents, especially Copilot. How many of you guys know that Copilot can create a script for you? You can say, Copilot, generate this PowerShell that would do this. Copilot, generate Python scripting that would do this. Raise your hand or put that in chat. Or flip it. You can have a script. You say, Copilot, can you take a look at this? It's not working. And Copilot can say, hey, Michael, look at line 43. There's a typo there. Let me fix that typo and let me tell you what the typo is. Picture that, guys. But always trust, but what? Verify. Because Copilot can be wrong. And we got to make sure it's always right for what we needed to render for us as a response to our inquiries. And when I say wrong, maybe it's not as the best answer that you're looking for, the best results you're looking for. It's close, but it's not exactly what you need. So AI agents can be built on your own knowledge base. That's why I said businesses are invested in it. Now it's pulling data from your 365, your SharePoint, your repository. It's not pulling from the world. It could pull it from the world, but it's pulling from your own internal mechanisms and content. That gives us better focus. Billy, you can say, hey, AI, generate me a PowerPoint slide based on the last meeting slide. I really like that layout. And Copilot can go out there and see if it's shared and say, well, here we go. Let's use this as a template and let's create something for your need, for your presentation. So creating basic AI agents without coding is great, but if we need to advance it, we have the tools to do so. So look what you can do. And while you're looking at the list, tell me in chat if you used some of this before, because I've used a lot of this. We have meetings, of course, and I cannot attend every meeting because I'm doing this. I'm training, but I want to know what was said in the meeting. And sometimes people say, well, watch the video. It's recorded. I'm like, that's an hour worth of my time. I don't have that hour to spare. So what I can do is have Copilot summarize the meeting by reviewing the transcript, reviewing the PowerPoint slide, and give me what was said of critical value. Now I can break it down to what I want to know about. Say, hey, Copilot, can you tell me what the training numbers were? What were the sales numbers? What were the new initiatives that were identified in the meeting? Was anything pertinent to me? Did Nora Daniels come out in the meeting? Did they say my name? And Copilot can go in and find that and say, yes, you were actually mentioned. Congratulations. Or your training manager said, you're going to take the initiative on this new product release. I'm like, what? Okay, let me schedule. Hey, Copilot, schedule a meeting with my manager. It's already scheduled. Did you not accept it already? You need to get in the meeting with your manager in 30 minutes. Oh, snap. Thank you, Copilot, for letting me know. And it summarized what was said in the meeting and what's pertinent to me to be able to talk to my manager about. So has anyone used some of this? Automating the meeting agendas, recapping the meeting or chat, getting a summary. I still have people that will write a book for a simple question. I said, what are we going to do for lunch today? Well, blah, blah, blah. 20 lines of code, 20 lines of text. I'm like, all I ask is, what do you want to do for lunch today? Could you not say, I just want some barbecue? I'm from Texas. We'll do barbecue every day if we had to. But Copilot will scan that 20 lines of message and say, they did make a mention of Italian. All right, we want to do Italian today. Let's go. But even the sentiment analysis, I really would like some barbecue, but I'm feeling that I want a burrito. That's a good idea. I want a burrito today. And all of a sudden it says you would like barbecue, but burrito says it's something that you are hungry for right now. So now it's gonna give me both recommendations. They want barbecue, they think barbecue is interesting, but burrito is getting a positive sentiment analysis. They want to eat a burrito today. So get right in chat. Have you used some of these features, or have you thought, I could use that to summarize what happened in that meeting? What's the next action to take, like having another meeting with a co-worker? Language translation is awesome. With my company, we have over 300 locations worldwide. And sometimes in the meeting, you might say something, and it might not be just Latin 1 general or English by default. If Copilot can translate it, or shows a link, say, translate this, and it asks you what language you want to translate it to. Sometimes it doesn't figure out what you're saying. It says, I don't know what that said, but go back to the recording and see if you can figure it out as well. But even generating drafts, adding context to your letterheads, your documentation, your emails, and getting recommendations. Copilot's building up a knowledge base about you. And it can say, well, the last chat you didn't provide all these details because that end user didn't want it. Are you not going to follow the base template and provide less extensive information in the chat? They want just bulleted points. They don't want all the gregariness of what you're saying. Oh, yeah, I'm sending this to Angela. Angela wants terseness. So, yeah, let me Copilot fix that. So, does some of this sounds of interest to you guys? Can you see? Using your smart work buddy to keep your corporate intellectual property use and generation of your information more streamlined, accurate, professional, but also being productive and innovative. What do you think? Is something jumping out at you at the list that can help you use AI to help you with everyday tasks at work? Throw that out there if you're starting to think, you're starting to percolate on it. I always like to share the real world of what we're doing with it to give you an idea of maybe this is something of interest to you that you can utilize as well. Angela, yes, thank you. And I had a recent meeting, my manager who's in the class as the moderator, hi Raymond, say, hey, the director wants you guys to watch the videos of the recorded meetings. I'm like, but I use the recaps, Raymond. Are they not tagging that and monitoring that? He's like, I don't know. Let me check. We forgot about that, I guess, or the upper management might not know that we are using those recaps because, again, watching an hour meeting versus seeing a summarization of what's being said gives me an idea where I need to jump into the video and look at greater detail, or grab the PowerPoint slide and look at greater detail. So you're right on point with that, Angela. Those recaps are very helpful. So planning small, easy actions. Microsoft does not assume you're using Copilot every day. They assume you are looking at its utilization. We want to kickstart that. We want to build this new skill, but start small. And you can increase your capabilities as you use this tool over and over throughout the time that is available to you. Build on it, but dive in. Like I said, put your toe in, feel the water, and then jump in with both feet when you feel comfortable. But we have to do it responsibly. We need to have a checklist. This could be regulated. This could be because of compliance, but this should be just because of a human factor. We need to have clear, specific prompts of what we want Copilot to provide us as relevant information. We got to verify the accuracy, trust, but verify. Copilot can be wrong. And what we do is something called iteration. Say, Copilot is close, but that's not exactly what I'm looking for. Give an example. I'm looking for a table that renders this result. I'm looking for a checklist that looks like this. And Copilot has an idea what you're looking for, and it can start trying to find the value. But it can generate the content from trusted sources. But you got to identify if that source is acting responsibly with the large language, massive amount of data that is presenting to you into your Copilot. Watch for bias, gender, racial, socioeconomic. You build up bias in Copilot because it's building up what you have asked for. And it can lean toward that. It can skew that. It can reinforce those one-sided perspectives. You got to check Copilot on and say, oh, whoa, Copilot, that's a little bit off. I don't want those type of results. Copilot's like, well, you wanted them before. Did I? All right, let's fix this. But being able to ensure clarity, fairness, and alignment with your goals, not just your personal goals, but your corporate goals. Because the last thing about responsible AI is accountability. Don't think your company could not be held accountable for that, from loss of revenue to legalities. So we got to be very focused on this. And Copilot actually has that all built in. It has built in metrics and templates and agents and services that can look for this type of inconsistency with responsible AI. If you generate an image, it says, well, the image belongs to somebody. You cannot take that. Or that image might be not necessarily responsive, possibly for everybody in the world. Copilot already has those built-in tools because the machine learning and the models that it uses already has those built-in features. So yes, Ashley, it can check you saying, I can't render that. Or I don't recommend you render that because that could be considered offensive or biased. So yeah, it's already built in, Ashley, a lot of it. But there's ways that these threats are trying to work around it. And we have to build up the tools by building up ourselves to always focus on AI responsibly. And if there's something suspect, report it. Say, hey, Copilot, you should not have given me that. Oh, snap. I didn't know. Let me stop. Thank you for letting me know. It's building up confirmation bias. And that's not just for you. If it's a part of your company, it's going to put that in a repository and say, hey, that was considered biased by Ashley. I'm not going to be able to render that until somebody proves that. And right now it's going to be disapproved. So yes, Ashley, definitely. We got to respect privacy. There's a lot of sensitive information that I've had people put out. I'm like, why are you putting that out? Why are you putting that on social media? Don't you know when it's out there, it's gone? It's like, I didn't think that was important. Yes, it was important. And Copilot say, whoa, that's personal information. That's payment card information. That's HIPAA information and more. It's saying you are not going to be able to render that. If it's in the business, it stops it because we're going to set a policy to restrict it. the IT side of it. We're going to be working with compliance in the regulatory body saying, what can we not have you push out there through the Copilot capable products? But be transparent. Your Copilot use, even the free one, has a acceptable agreement with it. And Microsoft would tell you what Copilot can be used for, but what it better not be used for, like you said, Ashley, doing something that is against responsible AI. And especially if you're paying for it, you got to sign practically a contract with Microsoft saying you're going to be using it responsibly because they're going to be monitoring. And you step to the incorrect use of it and some legally comes down, don't think Microsoft is going to take the heat for it by themselves. They're going to shift it right back down to you as the one that did not use AI responsibly. So you should tell me what your product can do with AI, but you should also know what it should not be doing or what it cannot do. You got to be able to be transparent about that. So building your small, easy AI habits. Think about it. This is the kickstart. What have you done in business that you know you can do better? What was a process or task that you think it can be more efficiently implemented? What's a repetitive task you do every day or every week or every month that maybe you could automate that through AI? What is one AI powered test you want to try daily? Someone always says reminders and recaps. Anybody else have anything else? Add that to the chat. Someone said looking for responsible AI. It will tell you that. It would recommend saying this is getting to a line that you may not want to cross. Do you want more information why we think this is not meeting the responsible AI tenets? How will you integrate this into your routine? When you're checking emails, let's ask for a summarization. You can automate that, say add a summarization. Mine's doing it right now. I don't want to read that multi-page email. Give me the key points. And even give me actions that are recommended for me to do if it's pertinent to my job role. Maybe I need to get in a meeting with my manager saying this needs to happen. It's going to set up the meeting, or at least give me a notification to set up the meeting. How will you track it? Setting up reminders. It says use a sticky note. We have electronic sticky notes. That is data that Copilot can use. It can go in and say, Daniel, you have these sticky notes saying you need to be using me today. Why are you not using me? It's time to go. Let's do a small task here. Setting up a little reminder. But that is business content. It said you want a reminder about setting up an email to send to Glenda. Glenda's insight says Glenda likes generic emails with just 2 bullet points. Let me help you set that up and draft that. Yes, draft that. If you don't like the draft, Daniel, it can modify. You can create a final draft that you want to send to Glenda. So it also is like your accountability buddy. Sharing insights and even sharing that with others. Saying, Glenda, Daniel sent you that email. Did you like it? Love it? Want more of it? Glenda's gonna give a thumb down to Copilot saying, no, I don't know what half the things Daniel has in this email. I need better clarification. And Copilot's gonna send that back to Daniel with the insight saying, Glenda did not like your email. We need to change the format and give greater details. Let's go. So more efficient intercommunications and collaboration with your business partnerships. So again, remember AI use is a journey. You don't have to be perfect. Perfection is a myth. But we have to look at how it can enhance our capabilities and free up those 2 hours, those 10 hours of time, because we have used the AI companion and virtual assistant with the greatest effectiveness possible to enhance our business skills and needs. Solving real life work problems with AI. We're not the first. We're not going to be the last. And look at these companies. Some of these more than likely know or have heard of. Increasing speed with accuracy. Reducing operational costs. I fixed something. I got 2 hours in the day at work. What else can I do with that 2-hour window? Be more innovative. Look at more skills. Read a book about new training. Get certified. I'm a trainer. I'm an educator. I'm always looking for knowledge. I got that 2 hour window to do that, or build on a business process that we've been thinking about doing, and now we can be able to start the project. But business breakthroughs, those are breakthroughs that being so much information out there, we have to aggregate, calculate, and do ourselves to get some of value. AI is providing that to us at scale quicker. So that's increasing value add into our customers. Don't think we are not aggregating data about these sessions and what you're saying or what you're reporting. Our training, we're doing the same thing. So we're not seeing what the market is doing. We're saying what you people are in the market asking for. We bring that value into how we support you or try to support you or get your business. So time saving for more complex problems, boosting that productivity for our AI-enabled workloads. It's time to 365. It's time to Azure. It's time to Edge. It's time to GitHub, a Copilot as AI. It's going to be tied into so much more. And it's not just Microsoft products and services. And look at it, Windows business, what happened before AI? It could take hours to generate these reports, days, worst case. Copilot can analyze market trends and customer insights and generate a report on the fly. Full funnel analysis of this large language model of data that could come from your own repository, possibly from the cloud, or both, the cloud being the internet. Add in translation and localization. The United States is looking for these type of roles to have these type of skills. Artificial intelligence, machine learning is popular. Why do you think Microsoft doing this AI skill fest? They know this is a very important tool for a lot of corporations out there worldwide. But having that management analysis and getting that draft with optimal results. And review for AI responsibility and inclusiveness. It can say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Osita, hopefully I'm saying your name right, OSITA, that little paragraph, the wording there is not clear, concise, and you're using a word that could be suspect. Let me tell you about it and tell you why. It's not as inclusive as it needs to be. It's not meaning AI responsibility. Let me tell you how to reword that for more effectiveness. It has that and more. And as I mentioned, this is where I bring the real world. We tie Copilot into our 365 and other products. If I see the recap, I know what happened in the meeting. If I want to drill into it, it gives me a link to even the slide in the PowerPoint presentation, or it gets me to the meeting itself, the recording. But as I mentioned, I tied it to a triggered event, say, is my name mentioned? Be it Nora Daniels or Nora, or Daniels, because I'm the only Daniels in the company. It will identify that and give me a summarization of what was said. Or it might have a triggered event saying, this is what your actions need to be because of what was mentioned about you in the meeting. So being able to tie that into your virtual assistant, it's like your assistant saying, hey, in the last meeting, you said you were going to do this. It's time to get it done. Or I got an update from the other assistant that in their meeting, they were asking about you getting involved with this initiative in this project. Let me tell you and get you involved and get you ready to be able to collaborate. Software, working with other software to make sure we're getting the business processes done effectively, efficiently, quickly, with accuracy. So look at these opportunities and take a minute or so in your mind and identify what can be my use case for AI and Copilots. Generating recaps, giving me reminders, drafting professional emails, drafting professional chats. Copilot or a type of AI is tied into even LinkedIn. I always go to promote a post and the AI assistant pop up say, I like your post, but you want to see alternatives? I'm like, well, show me the alternatives. One of them was good. I just didn't like all the wordings. So I took it and I tweaked it. And Copilot said, yeah, that sounds actually better. Want to promote that? Want to post it? I'm like, yeah, let's go. So even that gives me content generation enhancements. And that increased my productivity. So having polished, structured responses, having the ability to have AI help you structure your content, It could be you have bulleted points. It's going to put it in a letterhead, put it in the draft, summarize your research, or format the documents effectively or efficiently. But also giving you that reminder, say, hey, this is on the checklist. Did you get this done? Let me break it out what should be done. Actionable events and responses, so the steps are not missed to complete that process. Even creating just a simple to-do list. How many guys create to-do list today? How many guys do it audibly? You talk to your Siri or your Alexa, say, hey, I got to get some groceries today. On the grocery list, put this, this, and this. And it's saved in voice, but it can be converted to text. And now it can be integrated with your app saying, go buy this, and you can go pick it up. That's AI tying into all this, guys. That's machine learning tying into all this. And Copilot can come back and say, hey, Sky, you buy these ingredients, you gonna make a pie? You need to get some pie pans because you ran out the last time. Oh, well, put that on the shopping list. That's something that has to be done. So this is your light bulb moment. Think about how you can use your AI assistant while we're showing you how Microsoft has their employees using it as well. So drafting an email for my leadership team highlighting my new campaign. Let's listen. Now I'm going to share the audio. Make sure it's shared. But I'm going to have to mute my mic so you don't get double hit with the audio. Let me know if you cannot hear it, though.
Picture this. You're about to launch a big campaign and you need the perfect email to grab everyone's attention. What if I told you there's an AI that can help you craft that email in seconds? Hi, my name's Kiana Darling, and I'm a marketing professional here at Microsoft. And my New Year's resolution is to improve my email efficiency with my leadership team. Drafting emails can be very time-consuming, so I'm using Microsoft's AI Copilot to assist me in drafting the perfect email for my campaign. Come and check this out. So I'm pulling up my Copilot app and I'm typing in, can you help me draft an email for my leadership team highlighting my new campaign? And in seconds, it populated an email draft for me to use. All you have to do is go to the App Store, select your free Copilot app, accept some permissions, and put your name, choose your sound, and you're great to go. Thanks for watching. Check out the caption for a link to learn more, and let me know in the comments how you'll be using Copilot.
Let's draft in an email. And honestly, guys, if you want to learn more about Copilot, Microsoft has training out there. Here's a link to even get the Copilot that hopefully you already got it open and running. If you don't, click on the shortcut in your browser. But let's go even deeper.
Picture this.
Can you draft me or provide me with a draft template for an executive document based on strategy? This is a conversation I've had in the past and not so long ago. So let's watch.
I have to draft a strategy document today and it's going to take all day.
Just use Copilot.
I'm not sure that'll save me time.
Okay, how about you draft your strategy document today without Copilot, and I'm going to use Copilot, and let's see who's done faster.
Like a race?
Exactly, let's go. All right, I need to draft a strategy document. Let me start by asking Copilot, please provide me a draft template for an executive strategy document. All done. If you want to save time in your day, download Microsoft Copilot for free in your App Store. Open up your App Store. Once it downloads, type in your name, choose your voice, and accept some permissions, and you're ready to go.
Now, how many of you guys have been in that situation? That guy's like, oh, snap, what am I going to do? Standing up, trying to figure out how to draft a strategy document, and the other individual got it done in less time. But what sold the video on me was he looked up like, "You done?" And he's like, "Yes, I'm done." Copilot got me to where I need to be effectively, quickly, with the accuracy that I expected. And that other individual was still working on the draft document. That's where these tools can help us. But we got to use them wisely and always verify the results are what we require. So I gave you a little time there throughout the presentation. Some of you guys are giving me some good ideas as a Kickstarter. What are the one or two tasks in your daily work that you feel are repetitive, frustrating? And how can a Copilot help you expedite that process and complete that task effectively? If it freed up that time, what would you do with the time? Are you going to look at higher work value, or are you going to possibly do a combination of personal and work? Like go out, take a walk, free your mind, be more collaborative with your other counterparts. You got the time to do so now, but you got to share that. So they're enhancing their capabilities and functionality. They're expediting their completion of processes and procedure. So maybe it's not just you getting that 2 to 10 hour addition in the week for free time. They are as well. So any other ideas about Copilot use you want to share? Otherwise, we're going to finish up with a little demo of its use of practice. Put that ideal in the chat. It could be something somebody else was interested in, and you are confirming that interest is foundational or a good foundation for starting your small steps into Copilot use. Okay, got you. Thank you, Raymond. So when you're looking at your prompts, be specific. Tell Copilot what you want and how you want it. Be concise and clear. It can get you there better. Add in some context. Giving an example. Even it could be an example of pulling a file from the company repository. Base it off of that template. Being able to let Copilot understand what you are expecting. It's about the iteration if it doesn't give you what you need. Say, no, Copilot, I need this. Be exact. Train Copilot like Copilot's trying to train you, guys. Is the response relevant? If not, we got to provide better examples and clear, concise prompts that get Copilot where we want it to go, on the path that it needs to go. Tell Copilot how you want it formatted. This sets an expectation. And give Copilot its due. It's going to ask you, is this what you wanted? If it's good, give it a yes. It builds up the analysis, the knowledge base about how you do this type of process. Next time you want to do something similar, say, I got a base for you. Let's try to build off that template. So what do you want AI to do? What background information is helpful to help it do what you want it to do? Can you give me a reference or a sample? If you can, help AI out to make the better decisions and how you want the expectation to be finalized by the response. Give the detail of how you want it to be structured, what results you want, how you want it to be structured, so you can be able to present that information to the expected recipient in a format that they can understand. But you have to understand it first. So does everybody have that Copilot open? If you do, let's do a little exercise together. Here are a couple of prompts I want to use in Copilot. The first one is a simple one. I'm going to go into Copilot on my end. And I'm putting that inquiry. It says, Copilot, I need ideas for our company newsletter. Can you suggest some topics? Let's see what Copilot is going to say. It says, sure, Nora, because I'm logged in with my account. But it's very, generic? Do some employee spotlights, which we do. Customer stories, we do that. A fun section, shout outs, we call it in our meetings. Industry trends to see how we're going with the technology and are we meeting the industry trends. So it sounds good for a basis. but it doesn't give me greater value or details because I didn't give Copilot greater details. So the next prompt says, give Copilot more. I'm working on our company newsletter. Yes. Can you suggest topics related to productivity tips for financial analysis? Each topic should include a compelling headline and a summary, short and simple, and highlighting it to the pertinent audience, the relevant audience. So we're going deeper. Let's put that in and see what Copilot does differently. All right, I'm getting a lot more details where I need to be. Mastering time to auto prioritization, discover how to tackle complex tasks, excelling at to boost productivity, learning strategies to sift through vast data sets, data overload. Yeah, that's giving me a good idea for a marketing plan in a newsletter, but it's focusing on aspects of financial analysis because I gave Copilot that exact detail. So it improves my newsletter development and drafting by giving Copilot the information it needs to build up the relevant data to get me the results that I can utilize. So when you're looking at your Copilot use, you might get an aha moment. It's like, oh, it did it. It did exactly what I wanted so quick. And that's where you get Copilot to understand your prompt. That's good. Give you relevant and useful information. That's getting better. But give you the ability to do iteration. Give you a prompt to improve the response and build on that to give you the best results. That's where we want to get Copilot to. And it takes time and it takes you getting an investment in it. But always, like I said, start small. And then you can build more effective use of Copilot and these AI assistants, no matter if it's Microsoft based or not. So that's it, guys. We welcome you, identify how you're going to unlock your AI mindset, gave you a little exposure to your AI buddy, which is Copilot, to help you solve real world or personal work problems that might be something that is repetitive or inefficient, and you want to improve the efficiency and the effectiveness and quick and accuracy of the results. But tell Copilot what you want, tell Copilot how you want it, give it the greater detail, and give you better results in the end. So practice small, easy actions and get those quick wins. But start now because it's not going away anytime soon. It's getting more and more capabilities in the market. So be the leader in these Copilot and AI assistant utilization trends. These AI-based software assistants are driving business impact. Be behind the wheel, is what I say. But don't forget, you have attended this great course or this great webinar. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Get that recognition and join the Guinness Book of World Records attempt that Microsoft is trying. So don't forget to go to the AI Skill Fest site, get registered there, and then confirm your registration and get the badge. And they'll send you a confirmation in the end saying you have attended the session. And if we meet the Guinness Book of World Record, you'll get another notification saying you're on the list for that too. So that does complete the session. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If there's no final questions, you can leave the meeting at this time. Take care and have a great rest of your day. Thanks again, guys, for joining the webinar about pretty much jumping in AI and getting that business use of it as an introduction. There's other courses out there, other webinars, so don't forget to check it out on the SkillFest site. Thanks again, guys. Take care. Thank you. You're very welcome. Glad that you identified as great information. Thank you, Ashley. Isn't it funny, Angela? Because it's based off different sources, because I've used that question a couple of times today already. So it's just built on that case, built on that previous data. So it could change. You're definitely right about that. So thanks again, guys. You can leave the meeting at this time. We have another meeting coming up, so we do ask that you guys leave at this time. And I hope to see you in future classes. Have fun with AI and have fun with Copilot. So I'm going to stop the share. And I will be closing down the recording and meeting. At this time. Take care, everybody. Any current participants, I'm going to be removing you at this time unless you remove yourself. There we go. We've seen some of you guys drop out. And I'm going to stop the recording at this time. And end the meeting